This is Greg Dooley inside Schembeckler Hall at the Towsley Family Museum, and this is the M. Victor's History Show. Hey, this is Greg Dooley with another story, this one from the Fritz Crisler era, and people know Chrysler as one of the most accomplished coaches in college football history. Michigan fans know him. He won a national title. He brought the winged helmet here when he arrived. And he was also very involved in the rules committee of college football. And famously, he exploited a subtle rule change to create units or platoons of players in the 1940s and really change football. And that is a well-known story and attributed to him. But what I'm going to tell you about is really not such a well-known story. And it comes from a February 1964 article in Sports Illustrated that was about Chrysler. It was he told stories. It was about the man, his history, bunch of stuff. But in particular, he tells a story about a trick play called the sleeper. And he brings it up for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons was he was burned really bad on it in 1939 against Illinois. And the sleeper is the play where it involves hiding one of the 11 offensive players on the sideline, so basically as a disguise. And here's a modern look at that. You know, every once in a while you see this play. Here's Cleveland running it in the NFL with Johnny Manziel. He goes over to the sideline. He kind of hides over there. And, of course, the hope with the sleeper is that the defense doesn't notice that there's actually a guy on the playing field near the sideline, doesn't guard him, and then the offense just wings the ball over to him for a big gain. I mentioned Chrysler was very wary of this and that he got burned. But as he tells Sports Illustrated, he did something about it. So get this. Chrysler actually placed two guys atop the Michigan Stadium press box. One of them had binoculars, a spotter, and the other guy a bugle. Yes, a bugle. And the spotter's job was to count the offensive players from the opposing team on the field. And if he counted fewer than 11, either in the huddle or as they lined up to run the play, he told the bugler to blast away on the horn. And what it did was it alerted the Michigan defense and the coaches. They could either call a timeout or run over and guard the guy. So check this out. I believe this shot from the Bentley Library actually shows these guys, two guys. One looks like he's holding binoculars. Of course, you can't see a bugle, but they're on top of the press box in the 40s. I think this was from 1946. So you have to assume that these are the sleeper stopping duo that Chrysler was talking about. So you just got to love Chrysler for coming up with this, and the Bentley Library, of course, for having these great archives. I definitely recommend that Sports Illustrated article. I'll put a link to it in the show notes. And again, subscribe, like these videos. If you have questions or comments or ideas for future shows, let me know. And again, this is Greg Dooley from the M. Victor's History Show.